Hi everyone, my name is Yolanda Johnson and greetings to you all. This is my presentation on my community in words and pictures, and I am a Widener student. Well, MSW is my major, so hope you enjoy. This presentation will be on my neighborhood or my community, which is College Park, Georgia. Beginning with my community demographics, College Park, Georgia has a population of 14,434 people and is the 2,919th largest city in the U.S. The population density is approximately 1,346 square miles, which is 707% higher than the average state. The state's population density is actually 1,386%, which is much higher than the national average. The median age in College Park is 32 years, which is 11% lower than the state's average age of 36. In College Park, 32% of the population is over 15 years of age, and 90% of that population is married. And also, 90% of that population speaks English, and 6% speaks Espanol. 62% of residents were born in Georgia, and 32% are from another state, and 6% were born out of the U.S. or born from foreign countries. To move on, these are more demographics on College Park. We have our race demographics, from Caucasian being 15%, a little over 15%. African American is heavily represented in this community, which is 78%. And then we have our Asian descent, American Indian descent, Native Hawaiian descent, mixed race, and other. Also in College Park, we have 5.6% of people are of Hispanic or Latino origin. But please note, being Hispanic does not fall under any specific race listed. Therefore, Hispanic descents can also fall under other categories listed, which will go under the mixed race, other race, but they did not. I find it strange that in the census they did not include that, so that was different. To move on, these are some maps of College Park. College Park, like I said, is located close to the heart of Georgia, but it's more of the north west region of Georgia. We have a lot of areas around College Park. We are very close proximity. Some would even consider us Metro Atlanta or a neighboring community of Metro Atlanta, which is very close to a lot of different things. We also have the largest airport one of the largest airports in the United States in our community. So that is definitely a huge factor. And to move forward, we can discuss some of the institutions in the community, beginning with what I just explained. Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is one of the largest airports in the United States and is steadily growing. We have a very large international hub that comes through Hartsfield-Jackson. Another thing about College Park, we have a very predominant church community that's here. World Changers Church International, where Pastor Creflo Dollar is there. You may see him on TV sometimes. We have a lot of parks. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. We have a couple in College Park, but there are some surrounding parks. But one, to be exact, is Flat Shoals Park, and another one that I'm very familiar with is the park on Old National Highway. We have a recreational facility, which is Virginia Recreational Facility and Center. It's newly built. I think it's a little over 5 years old, but they have a lot of curriculum, summer programs, exercise, basketball courts. They have a lot of different activities at this recreational center, so that's definitely one of the main institutions. And it's also one of the voting sites that's used for College Park residents. And then we have College Park Library, which is also another voting. Well, sometimes they use that for voting. I don't think they used it recently, but yeah, we have our public library. And then on top of all that, we have over 100 small businesses and corporations. We have numerous grocery stores. We have Walmart. We have a lot of it's a lot of movement in this city, so it's definitely a lot of opportunity in College Park. Definitely in close proximity to other cities as well. So to move forward, my assessment that I did on my community is safety beginning. I learned from the article that when you look at a community, you got to look at a number of things. Basically, does community assessments for some people may be different, as I read, and the outcomes of whether the community is good or bad is really based on the individual's sense of what's good for them. But I liked the article because it listed some key factors to really help guide what a good community is for individuals. Definitely the top on the list is safety. And for the College Park area, I don't consider safety as well. I'm going to say safety is an issue anywhere I go. College Park, yes, it's an issue. So there can sometimes be a lot of traffic, and the crime rates are above average. So that is a warning sign for me. Looking at the community assessment. Services. As I explained, we are in close proximity to a lot of things. College Park is growing because we have the one of the largest airports in the city. So there are a significant number of resources such as public transportation, free parks, recreation, and the city has adequate community funding that is home to one of the world's largest airports, as I stated. And then, according to the article, we can talk about relationships. The city is also very large and has many small communities within the area. Therefore, the citizens have smaller neighborhoods to build those relationships and look out for each other's well-being. So it's like a hub that is connected to a lot of different other neighborhoods. So depending on your point of view of relationships and where you consider that family orientation for yourself, it does have that. Shared values, definitely. It just goes back to the relationships and what each individual feel is their shared value. There is significant opportunities in the city or the community. Definitely a lot of growth, a lot of population movement. A lot of businesses are coming here. We actually just got a new Porsche manufacturer came to College Park. So, and then the homogeneity. Okay, I had to really look at this word and really like read the article in depth to kind of understand what they were talking about. But the community is diverse. The community is a melting pot. To approximate movement with the airport. A lot of different people come in internationally. It is in close proximity to other cities. We do have a variety of restaurants where you can experience different cultures. Downtown, we do have a lot of events that kind of geared towards cultural diversity. In Stone Mountain Park, I remember I attended one of the powwow festivals. So there is a lot of different connections here in College Park. That's definitely one good thing that I can come up with within this community assessment. So one thing I did learn is, I don't know how else to say this, but I did realize that regardless of the homogeneity, if I'm pronouncing that word correctly, I realized that we're still very segregated. People tend to still live within their own hubs, so diversity is there. However, when we think of communities to which we live, we still tend to gravitate more to the communities that we look like. I kind of find that unfortunate, but that was just something that I realized when I did this project. But to move on, these are my references, and I really enjoyed doing this project because it gave me a different outlook on social connections and the way we live in our environment that we live in. It let me kind of really understand more about what community is and how it really affects us on a daily basis, whether we realize it or not. So I'm grateful for that, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope to see you again. Bye.